Chapter 16. On my last day in Paris, Mr. Gurdjieff did finally refer to my reason for coming to see him and, more specifically, to my condition or state at the time I arrived. He said that our reunion had been a good and necessary thing for me, and that he was glad that I had come to him. As to my state, he said that, before discussing it in detail, he would have to know for sure that I would be able to come back to Paris fairly soon. While I had no way of knowing how difficult this might be, I assured him that I would return in about a month, vowing privately that I would get to Paris even if I had to get there without proper leave papers. Thus assured, he said that my state or condition was perhaps unfortunately, natural to me for a great many reasons, including the fact that I had been, as he had told me in the past, poisoned for life by him and by his teaching. He added, however, that although such states might be natural enough to me, they would be considered unnatural by the general run of people, and might also be considered as illness, although such states were actually a form of what he called nervous or overexposure. When I was very tired, and he said this was true of many people, my skin became as it were thin. I lost that protective coating or shell which all human beings acquire naturally in the course of the growing years. He said that it could be a very good thing to be able to shed one's shell or protective coating at will, but that it was necessary to learn when and how to do this, and not to be at the mercy of having it happen under stress. He gave me various secret exercises to do, secret in the sense that they were designed for me alone and could be harmful if revealed to and used by others, and two or three definite injunctions. One of them was that I was to drink privately a certain amount of hard liquor every day, depending upon my particular state of the moment, which I would have to learn to judge accurately, and he said that he had insisted on my drinking a great deal while in Paris, in order that he would have the opportunity to observe and determine my chemical reaction to hard liquor. The next injunction was that I was to take a certain medicine daily, and was to report to him when I next saw him on my reaction to it, and he gave me several dozen pills. He stressed the fact that I was not to take any other medicine under any circumstances, but if I should be forced to take anything else, I should discontinue his medicine at once. He said that it was very unfortunate for me that I had to return to the army at just that moment, that if he were able to keep me with him for from 3 to 6 months, he would be able to teach me how to control and use my nervous system and my states properly, but that since I could not stay with him, I would have to learn to do this by myself, which he warned might take many years. He also warned me that the exercises he was giving me were not only secret but also dangerous, and that under normal circumstances he would not permit anyone to do them without supervision. He then said that I must remember that when he used the word dangerous, he meant that they could result in death, which would seem very attractive to me under certain circumstances, when I would be at the mercy of a nervous state. He made me write down the various exercises and rules he had given me, and said that I should memorize them, burn them into your brain as quickly as possible, and then destroy the notes I had made. The last specific warning he gave me was that my sense of well-being, which I had had ever since seeing him in Paris, would only last for about a week or 10 days, after which there would be a general letdown. Therefore, it was important that I work very hard during that short period of time in order to consolidate the temporary gains I had made, also in an effort to cushion the letdown, which might be very severe. After this last session with him, Mr. Gurdjieff told me that he was very sorry there was nothing more he could do at the moment, but that I was not to forget my promise to return to Paris as soon as I could, and definitely within a month. This promise of yours, he said, very important, may be difference between hope and no hope for you.